Alright, y'all. So I'm sure y'all heard all the allegations of Doja Cat being a racist, and she took to her Twitter to make an apology letter, or what I would call a fake apology letter. So let me just go ahead and show y'all what the apology letter read. It says, "I want to address what's been happening on Twitter. I've used public chat rooms to socialize since I was a child. I shouldn't have been on some of those chat room sites, but I personally have never been involved in any racist conversations. I'm sorry to everyone that I offended. I'm a black woman. Half of my family is black from South Africa, and I'm very proud of where I come from. As for the old song that's resurfaced, it was in no way tied to anything outside of my own personal experience. I'm sorry. It was written in response to the people that often use that term to hurt me. I made an attempt to flip its meaning, but recognized that it was a bad decision to use the term in any of my music. I understand my influence and impact, and I'm taking this all very seriously. I love you all, and I'm sorry for upsetting or hurting any of you. That's not my character, and I'm determined to show you or to show everybody moving forward. Thank you." So I feel like this is a half-ass apology letter, and for all the allegations there is, she's apologizing for very little. You feel me? Like it's not. She ain't saying much here that'll make me rethink considering her as an artist. Like as of right now, she's canceled. I mean, in my eyes, she's canceled. I ain't a Doja fan. I don't like her music, and I definitely don't like these antics and these allegations that's been coming up about her. I mean, this is not looking good. I feel like this is scarring her whole career. It's just not going to be good from this point on. See, now, this is the thing, man. If these allegations, or as of right now, they're not even allegations because she's admitting to being in these chat rooms. But if she was in these chat rooms a long time ago, I mean, maybe people could have turned a blind eye or activate Charles to the bullshit, but these are recent videos surfacing of her being in these chat rooms with these white supremacist Trump supporters. And I mean, that's pretty much what they are. They racist, white supremacist Trump supporters. I mean, KKK, if you ask me. So she's in these rooms and she's sexualizing their fantasies. I mean, she's having them call her all types of derogatory things. She wants them to call her a nigger and say, "Suck my dick, nigger." She emphasizes on the word nigger as in a form of mockery. I mean, I want y'all to pay attention. So it's kind of like she's having these people degrade her in a form of mockery to her black side. So, from my understanding, she's not acceptive, uh, or she doesn't identify with her black side as much as she does with her white side. She has deep rooted issues. She feels neglect from her father since childhood. I mean, she's expressed this before. She feels like her father abandoned her and never really cared or looked for her. So I feel like these are things that she has against herself, and she's just projecting it. I mean, and it's the wrong time to do it. Like you can't ask for support from your black community and at the same time bash them or degrade them. I mean, or say racial slurs towards them. Like, it's not going to benefit you now. If anything, it's going to tear your career down. So I feel like Doja was either on some real heavy drugs and she wasn't thinking, or she really ain't give a fuck. I mean, but just for y'all to get a better understanding, I want to go ahead and show y'all a clip of CNN. And CNN is reporting on that group, alt right. I mean, that's that alternative right group. And they're pretty much telling you what this group is about. And this group supports Trump. They supported Trump throughout his whole campaign. So pretty much they're gonna put y'all on right now. Let me show y'all this quick clip so y'all can get a better understanding of this group. And this is the affiliations that Doja Cat had with this group. She was also supporting them.
In a recent speech, Hillary Clinton basically referred to you and other people, didn't name you directly, but she quoted the Wall Street Journal. She said, alt-right is short for alternative right. The Wall Street Journal describes it as a loose but organized movement, mostly online, that, quote, rejects mainstream conservatism, promotes nationalism, and views on immigration and multiculturalism as threats to white identity. The de facto merger between Breitbart and the Trump campaign represents a landmark achievement for the alt-right. Are you the alt-right? And what is the alt-right?
No, I mean, I've never identified as the alt-right. The press seems determined to crown me the queen of it. All I've done is give them a fair hearing in the press. I think that white identity and white nationalism is a little misleading. I think it's more accurate to say that the alt-right cares about Western supremacy rather than white supremacy. It cares about Western values. It cares about liberal, capitalist, Western democracy, democratic values, freedom, equality, that kind of thing. And it sees, various threats to those on various fronts.
So when Donald Trump talked...
Alright, that was NBC, but there's also a clip of CNN talking about the alt-right. Let me go ahead and show you that real quick.
The lottery. We just stole America back.
Loud, assertive, often shocking, and never apologetic. The alt-right movement has been hugely energized by the election of Donald Trump.
It's now time for the return of men.
Alt-right stands for alternative right, and it refers to people who think traditional political conservatives are too timid, too tame, too accepting of the status quo, unwilling to engage on comfortable topics like what they call racism against white people.
And that happens all the time to white people in black neighborhoods. They don't just get uncomfortable, they get screamed at. What the are you doing in this neighborhood? Get out of here!
The fact is, there's a demographic struggle going on. And it's real, and I think we should be real about it.
That's Richard Spencer, who coined the term alt-right.
And a fate worse than death.
His website features a slick video urging white people to defend America against multiculturalism.
It's a country for everyone, and thus a country for no one. It's a country in which we ourselves have become strangers.
The Breitbart website, which has been tied to the alt-right movement, suggests alt-right adherents are mostly white, mostly male, middle American radicals who are unapologetically embracing a new identity politics that prioritizes the interest of their own demographic. So when other Americans protest the election results, the alt-right sees more of what they've seen all along, an ocean of enemies of white men, and the movement never hesitates to attack its foes, whether African-American, Latino, feminist.
Is radical feminism a refuge for fat, ugly women who can't attract high-value men? The stereotype generally holds true because they look like swamp donkeys.
Only a tiny slice of Trump voters would likely call themselves alt-right, but many share the desire to disrupt Washington.
I love that voting him in is really sticking it to the establishment.
And for the alt-right, that matters more than the man.
This is about a movement. It's not about a demagogue. It's not about Donald Trump. It's about reinvigorating the American dream. It's about ultimately saving Western civilization.
Y'all, so this alt-right group, they're Trump supporters and they hate everybody that's not white. I mean, pretty much, you can't get into this group if you ain't white. They don't like homosexuals, they don't like blacks, they don't like Spanish, Indian, Arabs, nothing. I mean, this is the group that Doja Cat was affiliating herself with and supporting online. I mean, these are the white men that she was in that group chat with. Richard Spencer is one of the founders of that group. I mean, he's one of the biggest part of that movement. And I have another clip here where Charles Barkley is interviewing Richard Spencer, which is the same person that was in that CNN video and is the same person that is funding that group. I mean, the group that Doja Cat was in, the group that Doja Cat was interacting with sexually, and having them call her racial slurs. I mean, so let me go ahead and play that video with Charles Barkley and that Richard Spencer dude, so y'all could kind of see the fuckery that this dude, is saying in the Charles Barkley interview. Like, when you watch this interview, y'all, you gonna think it's a prank at first, cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I couldn't believe the shit that was coming out this man's mouth. I thought it was a prank. I'm like, nah, this shit ain't real. They making this shit up. But this interview is very real, and I want y'all to see exactly what I'm talking about. All right, y'all.
Sounds very enlightenment, kind of. I'm tempted to say faggy, to be honest. Life, liberty, and.
He said it sounds faggy. Like, this goes to show what type of mentality this dude has. I mean, he doesn't care to offend any type of group of people. I mean, so he's basically using a derogatory term to describe what this African American man is telling him. You know what I mean? Like, and he's pretty much telling him how he feels in a serious manner. Like, alright, y'all. So yeah, this is that dude. I mean, this is all to show y'all and put the pieces together. That dude, Richard Spencer, which is the white dude that Charles Barkley just interviewed, is the same exact dude that's sponsoring or that's funding these chat rooms that Doja Cat was engaging in. I mean, it's the same dude that pretty much he's one of the top dogs of this whole organization, the alt-right group. I mean, it's because of him that they running these chat sites and these campaigns and supporting Trump. And these are the same people Doja Cat was engaging with in them chat rooms. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the top dogs. So if she was engaging with the other ones, they below this dude right here. So she's definitely engaging with this dude, know what I mean? So yeah, I want y'all to let me know what y'all think down in the comment box. Should we give Doja Cat another chance, or should she be canceled? In my opinion, I feel like she's already canceled, but I want to know what y'all think. Know what I mean, I'm definitely going to catch y'all on another segment. Thank you for watching. And you already know what it is. Stay safe out here in these YouTube streets, you dig?